Going to one and all. Today in my peer interview, my group members are Farhin, Jay Krishna, Vignesh, Durga Prasad, and Nasa Reddy. I have selected for the JetScaler Technologies. My interviewer name is Nasa Reddy.
Hi Durga Prasad, can you introduce yourself and share a bit about your technical interest?
Hi, I'm Durga Prasad, a computer science undergraduate. I'm deeply interested in software development, especially focusing on background engineering and system design. I have strong skills in programming, database management system, computer networks, operating systems, and cloud computing. I enjoy learning new frameworks, optimizing software for performance, and exploring emerging technologies like AI and cybersecurity.
What is the difference between process and threads in operating system?
A process is an independent program in execution with its own memory space, while a thread is a lightweight until of a process that shares the same memory but can run independently, that enable multitasking within the system applications more efficiently than multiple processes.
What is ACID property in database and why is it important?
As it stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. These properties ensure the database transactions are processed reliably, maintaining integrity even in classes of power failure, errors, or crashes.
Can you explain how DNS works?
Yeah. DNS, domain name system, translates human reliable domain names like www.example.com to IP. IP address. When a user enters an URL, the DNS resolves queries multiple servers to TLD authoritative to find the correct IP, allowing connection to the largest server.
Brief difference between semantic and asymmetric encryption.
Semantic encryption uses the same key for both encryption and decryption, making it faster but less secure if the key is leaked. Asymmetric expression uses a public key for encryption and a private key for decryption, enhancing security, especially in scenarios like HTTPS connections.
Can you say what is the differences between virtual scaling and horizontal scaling?
Vertical scaling means adding more resources like CPU, RAM to existing server. Horizontal scaling means adding more servers to distribute the load, improving failure tolerance and handling traffic spikes better.
Durga Prasad, your technical knowledge is strong and your answers were clear and structured. Areas for improvement when explaining process versus threats, a real world example would make it more relatable. In DNS explanation, mentioned catching cloud should be deeper understanding. While discussing encryption, quick answers would add weight. In scaling concept, referencing cloud tools would strengthen answers. Overall, very good clarity and logical flow. Just a few real world touches would make your response more impactful.
I'm grateful for NASA Reddy's feedback, reflecting on my performance. I focused on concept clarity but need to integrate more real world relevance. I should have elaborate on browser and app examples for processing versus threads, DNS catching, RSA and AES examples for encryption types, cloud native scaling tools like Kubernetes and AWS autoscaling. For improvement, I will practice explaining using reliable examples and analogs, link theoretical knowledge to current technologies and trends, quick recall and mention relevant tools and services. My feedback to interviewer, Nasa Reddy. Nasa Reddy, you can conduct the interview very professionally. Good points. You ask well-structured questions like OS, DBMS, networking, security, and scalability. The flow of questions based to apply was smooth. You created a calm environment, allowing me to think the answers clearly. Include 1 or 2 scenario-based questions to encourage particular thinking. Ask a quick cybersecurity questions around SSL or TSL, handshake or hashing for a deeper security check. Overall, you conducted a truthful and balanced interview. Well done.
Thank you, Durga Prasad, for the feedback. Reflecting on the interview, I maintain a good mix of basic and advanced questions. Next time, I will push for deeper technical thinking but asking for practical examples. I realized that I should also explore security and real world use case in more depth. Next time, I will incorporate scenarios based on compare and contrast type questions. Encourage the candidate to link the answers to real life technology applications. Dive a bit more to security, best practice, and ethical implications.
The answer prompt explanation was very good. You could also mention real world examples like banking transactions for a better impact.
Good clarity and pace. Drawing a quick analogy like DNS being a phone book to the internet would make it even more engaging.
Starting. Your explanation on scaling was nice. Mentioning cloud native solutions like Kubernetes would make it again more industry aligned.
I realize I should use industry examples for companies that is using DNS reliably. Link security concept for encryption description. Prepare small visual examples and analogies like process versus state diagrams. I will continue practicing answering in clear, reliable, and technical terms. Thank you, everyone.